with Boston's Mayor Marty Walsh. Question 3. Which former Mass Paul had higher aspirations, just said this, and I quote, "We have a path to run right up the middle in this whole thing." Massachusetts politician who said that. And win it.
Bill Weld.
Yeah, Bill Weld. You're 3 for 3. I don't want to put any pressure on you, but you're 3 for 3. Which outspoken Massachusetts politician tweeted this? At real Donald Trump makes death threats because he's a pathetic coward who can't handle the fact that he's losing to a girl.
Elizabeth Warren.
Senator Elizabeth Warren. You're 4 for 4. Oh, my goodness. Here you go. For perfection. Question 5. The Red Sox had a strikeout this week, and it was not on the field. What happened to the Red Sox this week?
Oh, the bobblehead.
Wow, you're 5 for 5.
You're doing better than the
you want
Red
this?
Sox.
You want to frame it?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Listen,
Very good.
I was going to say Michael Phelps.
Right,
I
you
thought
want
you
to
give me a
Phelps at the table.
He
That's
has
what you
23 gold medals right now.
Yeah.
22.
Donald Trump, we were talking about national politics a few minutes ago. Donald Trump made what seemed at time to be an offhanded remark earlier this week, and it was about Hillary Clinton and the gun rights lobby. Here's a part of it. Take a listen.
If she gets to pick her judges, nothing you can do, folks. Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is, I don't know.
Was he inciting violence there, Mr. Mayor?
You know something, this guy, every single thing that he said, I mean, I think people, I know there's a lot of people out there that support him. Some people I know support him. He is not presidential material. The way he operates, the way he talks, the comment about ISIS yesterday, a few days ago, I should say, he's out there giving subtle remarks. What he did with the veteran, the Vietnam veteran with the Purple Heart, people, if that was Hillary Clinton, this thing would be talked about all day long. He's running for president. I wish he would respect the office he's running for, and I've said it more than one time. You need to respect the office, and he hasn't done that.
I'd like to go down 2 paths before we say goodbye. The U.S. Attorney's Office is going after 2 of your people, accusing them of extorting non-union business. Do you think she's really coming after you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm waiting
as
to see
you look
what
at the
happens.
tea leaves, as you look at the landscape.
I don't. At the end of the day, I don't know. That's something you'll have to ask her.
And do you think both of your, they're both members of your leadership team, do you think that they will be found innocent?
I hope so. I mean, they're both great people. They worked hard.
Or not guilty in this
I'm
case.
hoping they're found not guilty.
All right, and the other issue I want to take, which is completely 180 degrees opposite that, take a look at these legs. Now,
Nice legs.
He says.
I love the cargo shorts, but maybe even the bigger question is, leaving Newbury Street open to pedestrians, how did that work, and is that going to happen again?
It worked well. I mean, people seem very excited about it. I mean, at that point, this filming that was taking place by your photographer was at 10:30 in the morning.
10:30 in the morning.
So I mean, if it was when I was there, they took pictures, and it was a great success. So we're gonna do some reviews and see. I think the businesses will really have to drive it if they liked it. I think they did well, and I think a lot of people like the fact of being able to stroll around Newbury Street and not worry about crossing over and dodging cars.
And I think people would like to see you in those cargo shirts again.
Well, I'm going to wear them again at some point.
Do you have more than one pair?
Of course I do.
Okay, so do I. I'll be honest with you. Our thanks to Boston's Mayor Marty Walsh. Ahead this morning, Donald Trump expanding his criticism of Hillary Clinton. We'll discuss that with the OTR Political Roundtable right after this.